Hey, Rockets fans, it's Kobe Tree here, and I just want to tell y'all, friendly reminder, like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm gonna try to break down the Washington Wizards. They're not a really good team. They had a lot of injuries lately. Thomas Bryant, having an ACL injury, and that forced Lopez to be the starting center. Lopez is a good center on a championship team, like backup center. That's what I mean. But if he's forced to be a starter, that's bad news for you and your team. But it is what it is. They're not my team, so oh well. And Russ's play has dipped down so bad this year. He wants to win his way, and it doesn't necessarily lead to wins. That's how you won like a long time ago, maybe like 6 years ago. But he can't be putting up these video game numbers and expect to win. Now, when the Rockets traded Capella to unclog the paint for Russ to get, his, that automatically made him the best player for the Rockets, because the team, bought in and he bought in as well, for his own specific, gameplay. And as of right now, I don't really know the issues. That's why I'm watching right now why the Washington Wizards are so bad because they do have a lot of talent. But like I said, Thomas Bryant did go down with an injury. He was supposed to be like a breakout player. And that was one of the players the Rockets originally wanted when they were trading with Washington. I don't necessarily think they wanted a pick. They wanted a center, even though they had Christian Wood already. So that was the original, trade ideas for the Rockets. It doesn't hurt to have more centers on your team, to be honest. It never does. The more rebounders, the more block shot defensive players you have, the more aggressive players you have, and the more ability you have to, be a better defensive team. So you see, Bradley Beal could score 60 points and they'll still lose. This is a bad Spurs team, very bad Spurs team. But this is also a bad Wizards team. But the Rockets also, are up and down team, but mainly because of injuries right now. Um, they're getting a lot of players back. They're getting Daniel House back. Kevin Porter was practicing as well. He was practicing the other day. Um, and I don't know if Christian Wood is playing as of right now, but you'll have John Wall and Victor Oladipo in the backcourt. So this is our first time that we can see those two combo guards together. And I'm pretty excited, but I won't be going live with the game. That's why I'm trying to break down what I see from Washington and um, probably make one more video because I won't be going live. I'll try to go live if it's slow at work. I took one for the team and volunteered because tomorrow's my girlfriend's birthday, and I had to take one for the team. Sorry, guys, but yeah, they could run and gun, and they could get theirs. Their defense is pretty bad. They could turn over the ball as well. I expect Bradley Beal to have the ball a lot. I expect him to go off, but you know what? There's so many Rockets perimeter defenders on this team. That's why Luka Doncic had such a horrible game the other night, just due to the fact that you got all these defensive players, PJ Tucker, Jashawn Tate. I don't necessarily see PJ Tucker guarding the best opposing the offensive player anymore. I mean, it's kind of rare for me. He used to be that all the time, but it's Jashawn Tate, Nawaba mainly, Sterling Brown, Eric Gordon could play a little defense, but he doesn't play defense no more either. Like, and when I say they don't play defense, I don't. I mean they don't guard the best opposing offensive player. Like I said, that was a tall task for them with Mike D'Antoni. Mike D'Antoni had Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker, Rocco playing a lot of defense. Now you got these role players who are hungry, who are learning, who are willing to sacrifice their body because defense is effort. I promise you. If you're quick on your feet, you can move your hands. You could be a defensive player. That's all it takes. There might be a lot on your plate for some players, like who are already established, they got to get their offensive game going. They got to get their defensive game going. But no, for a young rookie or a proven player that needs to prove himself, a player that needs to prove himself, he has just one goal out there: play my role, play defense, um, try to make the shots that I get. Make the best of my ability while I'm out there. because I really don't know when I'm gonna get that time again. And that's true for a lot of these players. You see Westbrook, he's gonna shoot a three and he knocks it down. You know what I mean? He's just not efficient no more. Like I said, they like to get out there and run. They still play a little bit of Westbrook's game, in which Alex Lynn was a great pickup for Washington. I don't necessarily know why he went to Washington. He could have made it to another team. I really wanted to see him for the Rockets, but DeMarcus Cousins is playing really well too. So if Christian Wood doesn't play tonight, expect DeMarcus Cousins back in that starting lineup. So this is what the lineup will most likely look like. Um, I say DeMarcus Cousins, PJ Tucker, maybe just Tate, and then Victor Oladipo and John Wall. Now I can be wrong. Don't expect Kevin Porter Jr. to play. He has a lot of issues that he needs to work with. And, expect him to be a model citizen for the Rockets because he seems like he's bought in as well. Like I said, the leadership for this coaching staff and John Lucas, etc., is going to really. I expect this team to make it to the playoffs fully healthy. The Rockets are looking scary. I promise you that. But I'm breaking down Washington, like I said. Nothing really jumps off the table for Washington, in my opinion. I swear. Now, the only issue if the Rockets lose if um, the Rockets allow Westbrook and etc., Bradley Bill, to really get into the paint and get whatever they want. And once they get in the paint, they don't have to necessarily score. They could pass it out to a shooter. So that's what they need to really worry about is those guys getting into the lane and making others better. Because like I said, Washington does have talent. I mean, they really do. It's just maybe they could have been better with John Wall at point guard. He probably would have been a better fit for them. But I don't necessarily know why they wanted Russ so bad. But you know what I think it was? It was that window gap that the Rockets, once they traded Capella, you saw that all-star, superstar, MVP form of Westbrook. So that's what I think they thought they were going to get. You know, I think they thought that him playing in the bubble was just like a mixture of coaching and etc. But like I said, I'm gonna make another video later. Subscribe, like, please, if you haven't already. All right, Kobe Tree out.